What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about at times or most of the times we crave our it's a term called soul tribe. I got the term from other people, but the term soul tribe and soul family members, or just that term in itself means that you meet someone and you feel extremely connected to someone, and then you're pretty much soul family, right? So you two are connected at a deep level, right? It's a spiritual connection because you feel that deep connection. You feel like you understand that person. You feel like you know this person your whole life, right? That's not the full meaning of a soul tribe member, but that's pretty much that's one of the definitions. Is when you meet someone and like you feel so close and you feel like you know them for so long. They just feel and look so familiar to you, right? That's the term a soul family member, and that's where you get your terms from in the spiritual community or the spiritual channels, right? But I'm gonna talk about why like it's important for us as human beings to experience very deep connections, right? It's very important because like who the hell wants to be around people where you don't feel extremely connected to? Who the hell wants to be around people where like you can't act like your full self? Have you like if you're watching this video, I've experienced this too, but like if you're watching this, there are plenty of times where I'm sure you've experienced where you're always around people, but like you feel like you can't be yourself, or you feel like you can't act your authentic self, or like it's either that or like people they just don't have the same interests as you. They always talk about some dumb shit, some bullshit you're not really interested in, right? And shit like this does happen, you know. I've experienced this a lot my whole life. Like the only times where I've met people that I feel that close connection with is usually through online. It's very rare for me to like meet people that I feel connected to at that deep level, but it's very rare for me to meet these types of people in person. But I met a lot of those types of people through online. But this is how life is. I don't know why God or the universe, I don't know why they do shit like that. I've noticed I don't have a problem with this too, but other people that I feel connected to, for some reason, they also experience the same shit where like they're the people I feel extremely connected to online. They also experience situations where like they're not around like-minded people, or like they're not around people that have the same values and interests as them. I'm not saying yeah you have to be the exact same, because that is narcissistic. But what I'm talking about is that like there's this we just crave that deep connection, you know. And I feel like every human being, we deserve that deep soul to soul connection. I feel like one of the challenges most people face is that they're always around people where they don't feel like themselves. In the spiritual community, in these spiritual channels, people talk about like when you're vibrating high, especially if you're vibrating extremely high, sometimes it's very rare for you to actually be around people who are at a low fucking vibration, because a lot of people are at a low fucking vibration. Most people always do the same shit. And this is where you get your average person, your average people who are trying to do great things in life, people who are above average, people who have like just who have very unique gifts and shit. They're usually always they feel alone, or they're very isolated from people, and this shit gets annoying. But not only I experience this, I've also noticed other people as well. They also experience where like again they're not meeting like-minded people that are like them, and I don't know why bullshit like this happens. You know, I guess one of the reasons why is so we can become more independent, become stronger. But it's just like it's so fucking annoying. But yes, but it's also a beautiful and amazing feeling when you meet someone that you feel that close connection with. It could be romantically, it could be platonically, it could be in form of a friend or even a family. It's very rare with family. With me, I came from a very toxic family, so like I don't really fuck with them like that. But I know a lot of people also have problems like that too. But usually either with friends or like a romantic partner. When you're watching this video, I'm sure you've experienced a time where you met someone. It can either be a romantic connection or a friend-like connection, where you just feel that deep connection, where you feel like you've known this person your whole life, where you feel like you feel extremely comfortable being around and meeting that person, right? It's one of the best feelings in the world, where like you can act like yourself, like this person genuinely makes you happy, and like again, it could be in a friends or a romantic partner. You know, it's one of the best feelings in the world. It feels like life feels extremely amazing. I feel like human beings, every single human being, we all need someone where either someone or a group of people where, well, obviously everyone, we're friends, family, and romantic connections. But unfortunately, in this fucking human experience, we're not. Most people, honestly, all I'm not sure about everyone. I'm sure like most people, at least like 90% of people, they don't have the luxury or the privilege, or unfortunately, we just don't have the privilege of meeting like-minded people. if you want to meet like-minded people, the closest thing you could do is do that shit through online. This is why I make YouTube videos, so I can meet like-minded people. Other people do that shit as well. People go use social media, and this is why I think social media is a good thing, because obviously there's pros and cons to social media, but one of the good things about social media is that, like, if you feel like you just don't feel understood by people, or you just feel very different from people in general, putting yourself out there through social media, just expressing yourself, just being yourself, you'll naturally attract like-minded people, especially through online, because a lot of people use the internet. Like, billions of people, everyone uses the internet, and it's easier to find like-minded people through the internet, and you'll attract each other vibrationally, energetically, you know. And again, this is where you get your soul tribe members, your close connections, they're people where you feel a close connection to. It's referred to as soulmates. Soulmates could come in different terms. Soulmate could come in romantically, platonically. Even a family member could be a soulmate. The definition of a soulmate, from my understanding, from what I learned from other people, means like, is like you meet someone and like you're just soul family. Like you and your soul and the other person's soul have incarnated for a lot of lifetimes. If you don't believe in reincarnation, then just think of you and that person where you two just easily get along. You two like just make each other laugh. You two make each other happy, and you two just understand each other. You two just get each other. You two just make sense to each other, right? But yeah, but I feel like every human being deserves to have a lot of people where they feel that close connection with. I mean, what's the point of being around people where you can't even act like yourself, or like not even that, or like you don't even feel safe around these people to even act like yourself, you know? Or like you two just have different interests, and like you just don't really vibe well with them, or you have to act a certain way to fit in with them. That's quite common with not only with me, but like a lot of people who also experience the same shit, where they had to act certain ways to attract. No, they had to act certain ways so they could fit into certain people, groups, or cliques, or just shit like that, you know? It is quite common. And I don't know why God or the universe, they usually separate people who are like-minded from each other. Instead, God will put us around people who we have no business being around with. It could be for like a soul mission purpose, or it could be like, so your soul can learn lessons, experiencing or dealing with a lot of bullshit and a lot of stupid shit, right? Because that's part of the human experience. You have to experience a lot of stupid shit for whatever fucking reason. But yes, some people in the spiritual community say maybe your soul signed up for this, or maybe your soul wanted to experience isolation, or maybe your soul wanted to experience not being around like-minded people. Some people say it's generational curses. Some people say it's karma. Whatever it may be, man. This is how shit is, you know, unfortunately. But it is definitely it's one of the best feelings in the world, where like you meet someone where you feel that close connection with, and like you two just vibe well, and you two just connect at a soul level, you know, where you can act like yourself. And you feel very safe with that person or a group of people, you know. It's one of the best feelings in the world. And if you haven't experienced that yet, you will. And I'm telling you, it's one of the best feelings in the world. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.